Alrighty, so to give you guys a little bit of my credentials personally, I am Mayo, or Mayo, in the Tampa Smash community. I am right now at this point, October 4th, 2025, I'm currently the best Ike player in Tampa, and possibly top 2 Ike player in Florida. I have wins on high-level players in the Tampa scene, and I've done a couple top 8s at Tampa locals. So, alrighty, let's get right into this. So I'm going to be using this example. This is a set from my buddy Mr. Bogard. Hello. We did review this set already a while ago. So what I like to do first when we're VOD reviewing is we need to kind of like figure out what we want to learn. And obviously there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to mess up with in tournament, and that is okay. That is completely natural. Like, losing and learning is perfectly okay. So, we're going to be seeing Terry Yoshi. Now, what I like to do when I VOD review is I like to do this thing. I now call it the preamble. Basically, I like to ask myself a couple questions about the specific matchup. So, I don't play either of these characters, right? But what I can infer based off my fundamentals is that Terry Yoshi is going to be a lot of grounded gameplay from Mr. Bogard, and Terry's goal is to get in and outmaneuver or anti-air Yoshi jumping around, bringing him to the ledge, and either keeping him there or just constantly ledge trapping him, eating away at his percent. So we're going to see what he does here, and I'm going to be pointing out some like key points that you can translate into your own VODs. But the general rule of thumb when you're VOD reviewing is, one, you want to see why you got hit. Now I know it's a bit of a general term, because it is. It really is. But just asking yourself why, or what the reason was, is super important. And also just seeing like nitpick habits and seeing like how they got punished. But regardless of the filler, let's get right into it. Bogard's match. Dash backing is fine in certain options to like retreat or reposition, but at the first start of the game, you don't really know what your opponent's gonna do. So that first action really like sets in stone where you are, and he basically gave the Yoshi player like an opportunity to just have free stage control, because they could just run at you, and now you're in the corner. Anyways, that is why the crack shoot missed. Because if he stayed here at the center where my mouse is, and he had just walked forward crack shoot, it probably would have worked. Would have been in his burst range. But anyways, he gets punished with the forward air. He does get the combo break with the nair, gets the nice little combo. So now we're in a pretty advantageous position. Bogard's goal as Terry now is to keep this Yoshi on the ledge and punish any jump in the corners, because Yoshi usually relies on the double jump super armor to jump out of the corner and get out of the way of a lot of stuff for free. So what Bogard's objective should be here is to either punish that or punish the ledge option if the Yoshi decides to go to ledge. So we do see a jump in the corner. As Terry, you could probably get a forward air, or you could go for a hard read like an F smash. If you know they're gonna jump in the corner, at low levels of play, low-key just a smash attack will get the trick done, especially since the Yoshi player does do horrible drift. Unfortunately though, he does get hit, and now we're back to neutral. Gonna get put in disadvantage. Ooh, this is a huge situation right here, guys. So as you guys just saw right there, as he gets hit for a little bit of percent here, you kind of see right here, right now, Bogard is in a situation called vertical pressure, and basically what that means, right, when you're in vertical pressure, there is 5 or 4 different options you could do when you're above somebody and you have and they're constantly trying to put a pressure. A good example would be maybe like an Ike player, like having you above you, hitting a bunch of up airs, or trying to like hit you with up airs. You have multiple options. So your main ones are going to be jump away, neutral air dodge, reversal, which is any type of attack when you're in a disadvantage position, or just drift away and reset to ledge. And your main goal in mind when you're in vertical pressure is to find a final destination to reposition to first. That is your first goal. Find a area of space where you want to retreat to and use your options to cover that. Now, Terry also has the bonus of being able to use his inputs as mobility for his to avoid vertical pressure situations like crack shoot, burn knuckle, power dunk. So let's see what Bogart does. So he does jump away, which is actually pretty good. But unfortunately, he goes for a reversal and immediately gets punished. So the jump away was fine because the guy was going for a grab, but you definitely gotta like choose your spots better. So that's just a good example of like asking yourself why you got hit and how to like fix it for now. Obviously, like understanding how to fix it is gonna be the hard part, right? So I always recommend, if you want a VOD reviewed, always have someone slightly better than you or a friend help you review it. Because initially at first, VOD reviewing is gonna be very difficult. Because it's a bit confusing to kind of like understand what you can get away with and what you can't get away with, what you can punish, what you can't punish, what you need to change for next time. So definitely bring a friend. Anyways, let's continue onwards. So he does jump in the corner. Now, this is going to be a huge aspect of the games later on, is that since Bogart's like expending his resource, his main jump, as Terry, that's pretty bad because, you know, his recovery is pretty linear. The Yoshi later on will use that knowledge as a pretty big, like, guaranteed kill confirms for the majority of this match. So we'll see. Anyways, ooh, unfortunate misinput. Good forward tilt. Unfortunately, the turnaround messed up his combo. Or his advantage state, my apologies. Gets the dash attack, though. Now we have him at the advantageous position again. But unfortunately does get hit by the egg and gets hit by the reversal. That reversal probably could have gotten covered by like a whiff punish crack shoot or a run up tilt possibly. Or just wait it out and just shield grab. Bogart had the positioning to just go for those, goes for those options. Like 100%, dude. So it's definitely something for next time. Anyways, so we got the down smash here. And still 3 stocks apiece, so it's not like we're losing here. These are just, ooh, unfortunate. I mean, that could happen to anyone. Anyways, let's move forward here. So we have, unfortunately, Bogart did lose that stock to the back air there. It does happen. Good dash attack there. Now we have him in that ledge again. Another jump in the corner. Okay, so Bogart had the right idea, but unfortunately does not forward smash, it does a down smash. Which, I mean, you had the right idea, but you definitely, if you know they're going to jump in the corner, go for those big boy reads, like those forward smashes and everything. Anyways, dash back a little too hard. I feel like when you have someone at the ledge, you want to hold that position. You want to hold the line. Because you're at an advantage. They have no stage to play around with. They had to come back to the stage somehow. So you can just cover their ledge options. So dashing back and letting them get back to ledge for free is not like the solution to go. Especially as Terry, right? Where Terry gets a lot off ledge trapping. Good jab jab power dunk. One thing I do like to tell you guys is if you do something good, always pat yourself in the back. I think being super positive about it is the way to go, 100%, when you're VOD reviewing yourself, because you don't want to feel ashamed, you don't want to feel embarrassed about your gameplay. You want to feel proud, and that's the way to go as a player. So, just stay positive, man. Anyways, let's continue. Does get hit by the back air, jump in the corner. As you can see, he did expend his resources. So if you do see yourself ever expending your resources, just make sure to like always not waste your resources immediately and try to DI upwards when you get sent off stage, especially if you have a character with a bad recovery, like Cloud, like Ike, like Crom. You might be better off just DIing upwards. especially when you get flown off stage by like an edge guard or like a Lucina forward air, a Yoshi nair. You know, DIing upwards is like very vital to your game plan. But anyways, so now we're back to neutral. Good crack shoot there. Catches a jump in the corner actually with the power wave. I don't know what the back air was. Unfortunately, he is getting punished for pressing buttons. No punish on the crack shoot's kind of crazy. Crack shoot, it's a really good burst option, but it is kind of minus. Yoshi for nair should be able to punish that out of shield. So it's like kind of like that guessing game, I guess. Another one of those good crack shoots. Now we have him on the ledge. Does he cover the option with a strong attack? He almost had it. Unfortunately, he did mistime it, the forward air. Because you gotta like do it barely before, but it's a 50-50. He does get a punish on the like massive risk reward there from Yoshi. And we see another jump in the corner. That is a free F smash. I always tell you guys, if you see them jumping in the corner, try to punish it either with a back air, well not in this case because it's Yoshi, but in this case, a full ass smash attack, dude. Like smash attacks kill, bruh. Anyways, he does get sent off stage, and he does once again expend his resources, which is kind of not it. He's still pretty lucky he was able to recover from that situation, but like a good Yoshi player would like ensure you die in that scenario. So something to keep in mind, especially if you're like fighting this, fighting Yoshi, for instance, like just do not burn your resources. Like that situation where he jumps in the corner, like. Those resources are so vital, especially for certain characters too. All characters, like, you should save those resources until you have to expend them, right? And you should expend them at a safe position. Ooh, that was a huge reversal. You definitely could have caught on with that, with either up air to catch the down air, or catch the actual jump itself with an anti-air. That's something pretty vital. That F tilt was pretty safe. Especially against Terry, where Terry doesn't really have out of shield options, really, that have range. They're good, but they don't have range. So Yoshi F tilt's just a little too disjointed to get like a real punish. He jumps away, but he does do a reversal. Now he does get a trade, which is fine. But what I am noticing Bogart is doing is once he like is in a disadvantaged position, he instantly goes for a reversal. And the thing is, like, reversals are meant to be a mix-up. They're meant to basically punish people for getting cocky or being in a bad position or not reacting enough when they have the advantage. So you just gotta remember to mix it up. Like, you have jump away, you have neutral air dodge, you have drift away to another position when you're above them. You don't have to purely always go for a reversal. Anyways, good dash attack from Bogard. Now we have him at the ledge again. Right here, you dashed back a little too much, unfortunately. I probably would have just held shield and stayed at neutral get-up distance as a mix-up. That's a pretty universal ledge trapping option. You just hold shield, wait for them to neutral get-up, and then grab. It's like a very basic fundamental ledge trap. So if you don't have any ledge trap game, try to do that. Or try to like cover as many options as possible, like a disjointed move. For Terry, for instance, this would be his F tilt. Maybe like using his nair or down air to cover like neutral get up and jump. Those would be great examples. Or just holding jab, because you could just hold the jab. Anyways, he does get hit for trying to go for a reversal again when he's above. Good nair out of shield. Ooh, he got a little too scared. He's gonna get shield grab for it. Oh, never mind. I went for too many pummels. Ooh. Good repositioning though from Bogard. Gotta get the dash attack. Let's see. He dashed back way too much, unfortunately. He had the... If he had like stayed near the ledge, he probably could have gotten like a really nice punish off of a ledge trap. A lot of your kills as Terry in this matchup specifically is probably going to come from ledge trapping. And honestly, like, if you're playing any character, you have to play the ledge trapping game. That's like half the game for certain characters. Ike, Cloud. Cloud's a great example. Cloud gets so much off ledge trapping. So it's like, to me, if you're gonna dash back like that, you have to ask yourself why. Is there a purpose to it? And if there's really no purpose except you're scared, then that's not a good reason because you have the advantage position. But anyways, fortunately gonna whiff that power dunk there. Gonna see some neutral. Unfortunately, does waste his resources, but does a jump neutral air dodge, which is actually a pretty good option. Gets the reversal. Yeah, we're definitely seeing even the opponent here getting messed up by the reversals. So like, ooh, huge. Okay, that was good. But anyways, another one of these mighty jump in the corners. That is a free F smash. If anyone, if you see these jump in the corners from Yoshi players, F smash them every single time, bro. I'm telling you, like, I'm so real. You can literally F smash for free. So honest with you guys. Literally the free F smash. Anyways, moving onwards. Ooh, mighty forward air. Gonna spend his jump and gonna get whiff punished. Yeah. So, what you can infer from this game and VOD reviewing in general is that a lot of situations when you lose neutral is because of like one or two like factors or mistakes in your gameplay, which is okay. That's why we're here to VOD review, here to learn, is that at the end of the day, we're all human. We make mistakes. We all have habits. I mean, hell, like, this game is all about habits, if you really think about it. So, like, to me, what Bogard would have to fix here in this situation is to not expend his resources too trigger happy, especially wasting his jumps in the corners and such, because that is very costly, especially against Yoshi, where he can get a nice spike or edge guard you pretty consistently. And he was also just getting too scared to play the ledge trapping game, which is very huge, because as Terry, a lot of your value is going to come from scrapping and getting those kills on the ledge. So, how can you translate that to your VOD? So, here's something you want to keep in mind when you're VOD reviewing your own matches. First, you want to do the preamble. Ask yourself, what is your character's game plan and what is the opponent's character's game plan? Ask yourself that. Then, see what you do in the VOD and ask yourself why you got hit in some situations and how you could avoid it or what you could have done differently. If you're confused about like all the options select and stuff, definitely ask a friend or ask someone to help you VOD review, because they can help you with understanding what options you had in the scenario. I know a lot of people sometimes don't know all the options, especially in disadvantage or in neutral. Understanding what's safe and what's unsafe, what's punishable, what's not punishable, that's super huge, especially in certain matchups, right? Where characters have super safe moves. And honestly, that should take you very far. Now, I always recommend that if you are trying to take this game seriously and trying to improve as a competitor, that you should VOD review every single day. You should watch one VOD a day, one 5-minute VOD, one 10-minute VOD, whatever. Just watch at least one. And that should be it. Now, my last piece of advice is to stay positive, keep moving forward, and you could achieve anything in this game as long as you work harder than everyone else and you stay positive and you try your best not to tweak. Now it's hard. Tweaking, I do it all the time, man. It's hard as hell. But I know you can do it if you just stay on the right path, put one foot in front of the other, and just do it. You got this, guys. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me. This has been Mayo, Tampa's Ike player. Always remember, Ike is love, Ike is life. And take care. Bye-bye. Take care.